academic board of the Faculty of Agriculture in Georgia Southern University, Statesboro, Georgia. And I'm applying for the advertised position of assistant professor in nutrition and food science.
Push it down.
Okay. So this is the general basic outline I'll follow in presenting this. I'll talk about my early life, my basic education, higher education, work experiences, the skills and extra knowledge I acquired all these years, and also talk about my current activity and my projected contributions. To start with, I am from the English-speaking West African country of Nigeria, which is a very large country divided into 6 zones and 36 states. And I am from the southeastern states of Abia State of Nigeria. And this is a map of Abia State, and this is the gateway to my state, Abia. I'm from Bende local government area, and it is here that I had my upbringing and I had my basic education. After my basic education, I now proceeded to acquire higher education. And I obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in Food Science and Technology from Abia State University too. In my final year, I did a work on improved preservation methods for tomato fruits. And later in life, I also proceeded to Michael Okpala University of Agriculture, Anda University in Nigeria, and did a master's program in food processing and preservation. And my final thesis was on the improvement of a local tuber that is Coria alata, which we use to produce flour, and then from the flour we developed other snack foods. After my bachelor's degree in my country, there is a program where all graduates of higher institutions are sent to do a mandatory 1-year national service. And you can see me there, as young as I was then, during the orientations period. After the orientation, and one of the basic things about this program is that you don't see Nigeria is a large country, and the core members are mobilized from their state of origin to another geographical part of Nigeria. And then I moved from the southeastern state of Abia to the north central state of Niger State. And after the orientation, I was sent to teach in a high school, government secondary school, Suleja. There I can say I cut my teeth in teaching high school students the basic sciences. And another experience I acquired during that training is that in the part of the world where I come from, it's not uncommon to find out that they don't have in their employment nurses and doctors, but that they have first aid units. So I was privileged to attend a brief course in first aid, and successfully completed that. I manned the first aid unit of the school, where I was able to treat minor injuries that students and possibly colleagues sustained at work and at play. Another important aspect, of my national experience is that as a corper, you're also expected to contribute, make an impact in the community where you served. And in the area where I served, there is a problem that is called sickle cell anemia, which is a genetic problem that causes a lot of problems, especially to infants who have this problem. It is a problem that usually has to do with the blood, the hemoglobin of the red blood cells. And with this team of core members that graduated from other relevant faculties, like microbiologists, laboratory scientists, and industrial chemists, and myself there, we formed a team of sickle cell anemia awareness and support. And what we did as a team was to give genetic counseling, and using simple methods of blood screening, we're able to advise prospective, especially prospective marriage mates, to know their genotype so that they have this problem will not be transferred to the next generation, because that's usually how it works. Then after that, I started my work career. My work experience first led me to the manufacturing sector, Camp Biscuit Company Limited. Let me also mention that as an undergraduate, I had an internship in a biscuit company, and it came to be handy when I was looking for a job. and I got hired in this company where my duties included quality control, process control, product development, and production. And you can see there in the next slide, you see some fresh cut biscuits leaving the rollers, moving to the oven. That's a biscuit line over there. This working in the lab, especially in my country, we don't produce wheat flour, so we spend a lot of money importing wheat. But we have other local cereals and tubers from which we can make flour, and then we were able to develop products that were generally acceptable in the local market. And we made sure that the raw materials we had met standards, and the products we pushed in also met national standards and even possibly for exports. Then back to academics. And I was employed in my alma mater at the State University, Uturu, where my duties included teaching, research, organizing field trips, and I was also privileged to serve in some university committees. A further description of some of my activities as a lecturer in the university included that I taught core courses in food science, nutrition, food engineering, and organized field trips for my students. I was also involved in the counseling of students and supervision of students' projects. I also had a lot of students whom I was their academic advisor. I also advised students' associations. I was also privileged to serve in some committees like the University Examination Committee, where we were saddled with the responsibility of organizing the university-wide exams and then resolving timetable clashes. I served in the internship board. Because of paucity of facilities in the system, we placed a lot of emphasis on internship. So this is called 6 months industrial work experience scheme, where our students are sent to relevant industries to get a first-hand knowledge. It's an interface between the industry and the academics. And we also go there to supervise them within the 6 months period. And when they come back, they write a report which we evaluate. Another thing I also had experience in is the privilege to serve in some committees too that helped in sourcing funds for the university, because funding has always been some of the problems. And we look inwards to see how we can raise funds. And I served in the ABSU IIT Cassava Variety Multiplication and ABSU Packaged Water project. And I'm happy to say that we may drive these projects to successful completion, and they are running and earning revenue for the university. This is a typical example of a field trip with some group of my students. You can see me there with them as we visited a brewery so that the students could have a first-hand knowledge of brewing technology and fermentation technology. For my periods in the academics, I've also had some publications in scientific journals, such as potential uses of protein from tropical plants. I also have simplified preservation of tomato paste, and also have effects of cooking and fermentation times on the chemical composition of African origin seed. These are some of them. Currently, I am in McGill University, McDonald campus, under the scholarship program of my country on capacity building. I'm doing a PhD in bioresource engineering under the mentorship of Dr. Michael Ngadi. And my interest is in post-harvest technology, food processing, and optimization control. Currently, I've just done work on influence of ripening stage on flying characteristics of plantain chips, Musa paradisea. You can see me in the lab this last summer. They're busy trying to fry some chips from different stages of ripe plantain. And these are some of my results that the degree of ripening, these are the different stages of ripening that we evaluated, like the green stage, trace of yellow stage, fully ripe stage, and the overripe stage. And we discovered that the ripening stage influences the rate of fat absorption during the frying of the chips. It also affected the rate of moisture loss in the chips as frying time progressed and ripening also progressed. What are the skills I have gained that I think I can bring to bear as a lecturer in this department, given the job? I have gained valuable skills in public speaking. I've gained skills in time management as a lecturer, juggling between my classes, lab sessions, tutorial seminars, and attending to endless students' queries and inquiries. I'm also self-motivated, trying to evaluate myself, where every time to see that my goals are still in track. I've also developed skills in interpersonal communication, relating with my students at their level, relating with colleagues, both in the academia and the outside world. I've also learned the skills of good record keeping, This is very important as a lecturer because you have a lot of marks, assignments, exams, tests. These things, records have to be kept properly for easy retrieval and writing of information. I've also had valuable experiences in mentoring and then research and data analysis using time-tested modern scientific methods to get inferences from data that have been produced from the laboratory. If after this job, what will I contribute? As a lecturer, I will be able to teach all of my assigned courses, conduct tutorials, seminars, laboratory sessions. I will also be able to stimulate and guide class discussions. I will also be research active. I will initiate new areas of research and apply appropriate research methodologies for research and analyzing results. I will prepare and mark my assignments, tests, and examinations, and write exam reports for departmental and faculty reviews. I will also continue in students mentoring, advising them on academic and related matters. I'm not shy of work. So any other appropriate responsibilities given to me, I promise I discharge it to the best of my ability. I'm also a member of some professional associations such as Nigerian Institute of Food Science Technology, Nigerian Institute for Biomedical Engineering, American Society of Agriculture and Biological Engineering. And these are my hobbies. I like volunteering, I like swimming, I like soccer, I like chess. I like that little guy there. I love reading. I like to do a lot of reading. So if given this opportunity, I've done all this to bear to contribute my quota in the Department of Food Science and Nutrition. I want to acknowledge my supervisor, Dr. Ngadi, Dr. Adam Chuk, Dr. Dumont, Raimi, my reviewers, and all you members of the board. I hope I've praised you enough to hire me to teach in your departments.